perform a out of place restore of your Commserve, meaning the scenario is your server went down, or your server, you're planning on upgrading, right? Your hardware, let's just say, right, to a beefier server. If it's VM, you just add memory to it. But if it's physical box, you're gonna need to switch from different pieces of hardware. In our scenario, we have our current Commserve, which is actually this guy here, Win S server app DAL 01. And our new Commserve, right, is going to be this Win server app SNG01. So for instance, this is represents Dallas. So for instance, like, oh, we're going to be migrating our servers to it's a big company, whatever the company name is. They have headquarters all around the world. Well, they want to migrate their Commserve from Dallas to Singapore. And why do they do that? Oh, well, because in Singapore, they're able to get lower cost servers. Their data center is lower cost. And therefore, that's why they're moving it to Singapore from Dallas. They're Commserve, just the OS, right? So that's the scenario where we're looking at, actually. And also because labor is less money per hour for labor, and so that's the other reason why. There's a number of reasons why a company would do that, but in our case, this is what we're doing, and we're just migrating or moving actually from this Commserve here. We're going to just migrate it to a new piece of hardware, new total device, basically. So before we do anything, we have to download Service Pack. Commvault, Commserve 11, and Service Pack 12. Right. So we got to be the same actual Commserve we're building. So we go to cloud.commvault.com. We log in. I'm going to click on Store, left-hand side here. In the store, you're going to find a couple different things. You're going to scroll down. You're going to, okay, what do I need here? Let's just scroll down. So let's go Media Kits. Let's click on that. And let's just find what we need. So Solution Kit, Enterprise Kit. Let's do Hot Fixes, Hyperscale, One Touch, Commvault version 10, References, Branded Media Kits. Let's click on Enterprise Kits and click View All. Okay, in the Enterprise Kit, we'll scroll down a little bit. You're going to see this right here. It says version 11, Service Pack 12 Media Kit zip file. So that's the one we need to download right here. So let's double click on the download package, Windows 64. Right click on the setup, do run as administrator. You're prompted with a agree, just like we did with the installation. It's very similar to, it's pretty much the same exactly when you install Commserve. We're just doing it on another box, really. The difference being when you're done with it, you just don't start the services. So we're going to do install packages in this computer next, or the forward thing there. So we're going to make this a Commserve. This is a secondary Commserve, by the way. Okay. It's going to fill in its appropriate predefined checks, basically. Okay, click next, or the little arrow thing there. Drive, we're going to click next as well. Click next from that. And the content store, we're going to click next. C drive, everything's in the C drive, right? Especially including the actual DR. Okay, good. Next. We're going to leave this unchecked and push next. So this is just basically what you're installing, what packages you're installing, and where it's installing to, right? Third-party software that's installing. Click next. And SQL requires you must 72 characters. Oh, we ran into that last time. Okay. So I have to exit here, actually. And then I just need to right click on this and rename it to say 1, And actually, we can do this better. We just drag this out, put it on our desktop. This 64-bit, I had forgotten about it actually. So, and we'll just continue on with the installation. So we just double click on it again and just click on setup, and it's going to restart, or it's going to continue from the last point where we set it up at. So we're going to resume installation. Click next. Okay. All right. So we're going to be, of course, the client name and the Commserve name. We're going to leave that like that. Okay. Click next, because it's the Commserve, right? So it's its own. Yeah, right. Let's see. So we're not going to disable the firewall profile if needed. We're not going to do that. I know before we disabled the firewall, right? We're not going to do that for this one. Okay, so the database, we're going to create a new database. Actually, this is the what is this? This is like the SQL database, the MongoDB, more like the SQL database actually that runs Commvault or Commserve. So we're going to create a new database. We're actually going to put an email address in here, and we're going to actually just create an account in here. So we put our information in. We're ready to go. Okay, so after logging in, or I didn't log in yet, I just made sure all my services are up and running on the new Commserve. So the old Commserve is running. The service is running, all that, it's just that I had to get the services running. So both Commservers are running. This is the new one. That's the old one. I'll show you the old one. Yeah, this is the old one. So it's still running. It's still up and running. They're on the same network. Okay, so we just put our username and password in, and we log in. While we're waiting for the new Commserve to start up, yep, so we're waiting for that to come about. Let's check on our DR. So we have a DR set up actually here, and then we have a DR set up locally, or rather not locally, but we have one set up to go to another path. So our DR actually is on our C drive, desktop. I'm sorry, C drive. It's under DR. Okay, so here's all of the different backups, DR backups, if you will. So let's actually select the latest one. Double click on it. Here's all the files needed. So what we can do is we can just send this file over to the new Commserve, which is copied over somewhere on the desktop or something. Okay, so our new Commserve is I'm able to log into it, right? And so we still have the old Commserve. That's the old one. This is the new one, right? So now we need to prepare the new Commserve. So we've already taken a DR. We've already moved over the files into the desktop. So here's the actual the Commserve DR from the old Commserve to here. So now we just need to make this a new Commserve and import the DR. So let's go back to our old Commserve, and that's actually just turn off the let's see, we'll just close the Commserve. We'll just turn off this Commserve actually. We'll just shut down the services. That way we know it's offline. Okay, now back to the new Commserve. So the old one is off. Basically, the services are off. The new one, we're going to go to the base folder. Actually, we're actually going to go to C drive, then program files, Commvault, content store, base, and you're going to look for, in version 9 it was like Commserve recovery GUI, whatever. But in version 9 and version 10, but at version 11, it's CS recovery system. Right click on that, run as administrator. Yes. This is similar to what we did with a in place, but we're doing an out of place. So we're going to click on recovery production, and we're going to browse to where the files are. Click OK. Okay, next. Okay, same, leave it default. Okay, so the recovery SQL instance, Commvault, database, database location, database file location, database dumps to restore, and then start recovery. Okay, looks like all the services checked out. Let's push next. Okay, and we're not gonna. So if we needed to provide like a license, meaning like upgraded license, we would get it from Commvault. So we would email Commvault and say, hey, can you give me a license file? You know, if you had an agreement with them, like a license right with them, like a maintenance agreement, you would say, hey, Commvault, can you email me an updated license with like this IP address, and you give them the IP address of whatever you need, right? And then they would email you, and then you would browse and you would add it in wherever that license file. It's like an XML file is what it looks like, right? And then you put it in, and then now your Commserve would have the updated license. So since we don't have that, we're just going to push. So the name's changed, obviously, right? So the Commserve used to be this name. Install Commserve name will be changed. Commserve name will be updated to this one, the bottom one, right? So yeah, we're going to push next. Okay, Commserve recovery has successfully been completed, and restart our Commserve services, and then it should have changed actually, or it should change when we restart it. We'll restart it, come back into the Commserve, and then see what the new name is. So there's the client name now, so it should change to the new one. Okay, now that our Commserve services are started, let's try to log in and see if that client name has changed. We performed a DR to a almost like a new server basically, so like a hardware restore basically. You did that, and after that, the Commserve, we needed to change the name, the Commcell. So we went into SQL Server Management Studio under the database, the Commserve database, under the app console, change the alias name to the new name of the Commserve, and then yeah, we're done. So thank you for viewing this tutorial.